questions though?
Nah, you good. I mean, unless you want to take them out now. You good. Streets with Coke for the third time around. We got alumni in this bitch, man. My homie. I appreciate you, man. Shout out you always. Shout out my boy T-Ray, man. But what you got to let everybody know who you is, where you from, and what you got coming for the third time around.
Hey, it's your boy HTX Z, fresh from H-Town, all day, every day, representing my city, man. Shoot, right now I'm working on a couple of projects. I got 2 singles coming out. We got one coming out this month called Heavy, featuring a couple of my homies. And then next month, right on Valentine's Day, I know the ladies gonna like this. Y'all gonna be shaking your ass to this one. This is called Topless.
Topless, man. What's that about, Topless?
Man, Topless, it's man, actually I recorded this song on my birthday. I was like, I was like, let me go ahead and do something for the ladies, man. So I just went in the studio and I was like, shoot, 30 minutes, done over with. My homegirl came, she's like, damn, Z. I was like, what? I was like, shit, a brother got some issues, I'm gonna just get it out on the track, shit.
Nah, for real, Backstreet shit, man. What's been up since we last, man? I know it's been a minute, bro. You been growing with your music, growing with your sound, man. But how you been doing? Everything been straight? Like, man, everything grinding, man?
Everything been good. I'm dealing with a couple of things, man. I can be honest about that. Some of them I ain't gonna really say because I know some people watching. Some people like to, have that little moment where they can shine above you and shit. So
oh Lord, okay.
But nah, everything been good, man. I'm living. That's number one. I'm blessed to be alive, man. A lot of people don't get to see the next day. Tomorrow ain't never promised. Working, everything like that, so I'm good. I really can't complain.
Man, Backstreets with Coach shit, man. For the people that don't know, we done got bigger. So how did you come up with your name?
HTX Z. I first went by Z, like Lil Z, and then I just like, no, I'm just do Z. And then when it came to trying to copyright the name Z and stuff like that, apparently there was another artist already that had the name Z. As a female, I just know that she did a track with Tory Lanez at the time, and I was just like, okay, I'm come up with something different, so like they know that there's a Z from this specific spot. So I was like HTX. I was like, nobody was using HTX at all. Even though HTX stands for Houston, Texas, everything like that, nobody was using that phrase or anything like that. So I was like, okay, HTX Z. I want to say about maybe 2-3 months after saying that and everything like that, everybody started popping off HTX Z, HTX Z, and then Hurricane Harvey came, and that's when they started promoting on television, pray for HTX. I was like,
oh, there you go, huh?
I can't complain, the government that got in on it.
Man, Backstreets with Coach shit, man, we got the homie in here. Okay.
I probably would be more like, a mentor to some of the young cats, and then they'll probably like I can give them some type of guidance or some things like that. Like me and Neek, we've been talking about some things. I'm trying to get us some more business adventures that we can like indulge in. Like right now, I'm trying to get the guys who sponsor me for my music videos and stuff like that. Atari Inc. With a couple of the liquor bottles and stuff like that, when we put our videos out and stuff like that, hey look, we got sponsored by such and such and such and such, things like that. Like one of my videos that I first did, Last Dance, I had Johnny Walker, Red Label, so I had them for like 2 videos, and then the last video, No Chill, I just started getting sponsored by Smirnoff, so I was like, hey, the higher you go up, the bigger the better, you never know.
That's dope, man. What's some advice that you can give to these artists?
Man, it's so much advice, man.
Yes, it is.
It's so much advice. See, and the thing is, man, when you just don't know how life is gonna drive you, I'm gonna just say that straight up. But what I will say is this, and I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, you know what? Artists need to treat time as if it's expensive, not like it's cheap. And what I mean by that is like you gotta care about your time. Don't be wasting it just doing or lollygagging around. I was like, because the moment you just show people that your time is cheap, they're gonna take advantage of that shit.
Yeah, true. That is true, man. What keeps you going? Like I say, we've been locked in for a little minute, but what keeps you going doing this music shit? A lot of artists I done interviewed, they don't even do music no more. So why do you keep doing it?
Man, damn, that's crazy. Like, dang, I mean, when you look at it, it's like they got all this money, this fame and glamour. It's like, what you got everything you need. They just do it just because they love to do it. That's the thing. It's not about, to me, it's not about trying to have the fame. It's not about trying to have the money. You know, I be trying to tell people, it's like, if you doing something that you love doing, everything's gonna come to you.
Thanks.
I was like, but the moment you give up, Everything's gone out the window. It's like you wasted your whole life just trying to get into the music industry, and all of a sudden, you just don't want to do it no more because shit ain't going to go right. Things like that. You just let it go.
Man, y'all listen.
That's like trying to say, little man want to be a football player, so he goes playing football all the way through elementary, middle school, high school. Here he is, college day, to get ready to get drafted. He ain't get drafted. He got to go through the undrafted class. Nobody still picked him up. Ain't no need to quit. You can still go in as a.
But it does hurt when you don't get picked up, though, right?
It hurts. It hurts. And that's the thing as an artist. You got to understand. There's plenty of times when you're gonna be broke. There's gonna be plenty of times when you get told no. There's gonna be plenty of times when you request for things and you still get denied. But you got to keep on pushing because somebody eventually gonna hear you. And they gonna say, hey man, I think I could work with this. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, that shit just takes off.
Damn.
You got a lot of people in the industry that you know, that's higher up and things like that, and they get into certain positions. It's like, this, that, and the third. I was like, but at the same time, some of those same people that's up there, some of them have went through some background issues and stuff like that, where they like, oh, such and such is good and everything like that, but I just don't like him because I seen people like him before. And like, don't let somebody past negativity affect how you is or how you going to be in the industry.
Man, Backstreet's a coach. You dropping these gems on them early. Could you marry a woman that didn't believe in God?
I'm gonna be honest. Since we on camera, I don't really care about religion like that. Okay. No matter how your relationship is with somebody else, if y'all truly love each other, y'all truly love each other. Religion shouldn't play that big of a part, you know. But the album that I'm working on is called MVP. Mm-hmm. And in actuality, MVP stands for my grandparents' names. So that's their initials, ironically.
Oh, that's dope, man. MVP, okay. You what you paying homage to them on the project, or what's that about?
Oh, well, you know, it actually was an idea I came up with, I want to say in the summer of last year. Because they was getting ready to celebrate their 55th anniversary.
Dope. So
I was just like, man, I'm gonna do something with my grandparents' name. Because one of my music videos I did, and I dedicated to my grandmother who had passed away. And so I was like, let me do that for her, you know, in love and memory of her. And this one right here, I just want to do the whole album called MVP. Because, like, you know, they my grandparents, but they, you know, they raised me more than, no offense to my mom and my dad, but, you know, I grew up with them in their household. You know, they raised me. You know, when I wake up in the morning, they the first people who I see.
Your grandparents?
At night, they the last people I see.
Damn, shout out your grandparents, man. You keep it all the way 100. I hope no moms or dads don't take offense, but, you know, it is what it is. Backstreets with Coach shit, man. Anybody else you looking forward to work with, collab with? I know more artists doing more singing and shit. They are.
They is. They trying to do the melody, the melodic stuff, you know, things like that. You know, yeah, I'm still with it because I know I can work with it. You know, I'm good at it. I have no problem with that, you know, but I'm also trying to dive back into, you know, just doing straight rapping. So like,
what you mean dive back? What's that about? Okay.
You know, I gotta get back to the roots a little bit. You know, before I started hearing, you know, Kanye using the auto-tune and Drake and T-Pain, I want to get back to the Nas, the Jay-Z, the Biggie. You know, I want to get back to that a little bit.
Does that still make sense in this era to be rapping like that?
I'm not gonna say it has to make sense.
Okay.
You have to make it relevant. And that's the thing. They always talk about you gotta have a rapper that got some good penmanship, or you gotta have a rapper that got some good melody. No, you gotta have a rapper who's able to coordinate himself through all those different avenues. And if you're a 90s baby, I feel like you should have the advantage to be able to go back and forth and use that. And the reason why I say that is because if you think about it, we that same generation that went through so much advances of technology. We went from seeing them big screen televisions with the boxes on the back to all of a sudden having flat screens.
Right.
You know, we went from having the Game Boys to having PSPs, and now we got these Wii remotes and things like that. Like, we seen it so quick. I was like, we should be able to be versatile in all of that and still keep it going. Because the generation after us, when they see that, they're gonna like, oh, that's some Stone Age shit. They ain't gonna know how to work that. So we grew up knowing how to work it. So same way as music goes, we should know how to work that and still be able to still be relevant. That's just how I feel about it.
Do you think it helped or like hurt that new techno? Because y'all are the generation of that all that new wave shit.
Well, does it hurt? In some cases it can if they're not using it in the way that it needs. If they want to use it. I mean, if you don't understand what you're doing, I mean, yeah, you're hurting yourself. But there's nothing wrong with learning. And some people don't want to take their time to learn. You know, some people are just thinking that, you know, success is overnight, and success is not overnight. It's something that you got to work on day in, day out. If you devote to it, you put in work with it 24/7. Like, I understand. That's just like how they say, people who stop reading and they want to get back into reading. You're not going to read no whole book, one damn day trying to get back into it. You probably going to read about 4 or 5 pages. Okay, that took 10 minutes out of your day. Okay, cool. It's going to start with you doing 10 minutes a day to eventually doing an hour a day to doing it to, 5 hours a day. Then it's going to be, oh, shoot, you spend 25 hours this whole week working on your crafts and shit like that. So eventually it's just a whole business. And you're doing this shit all day, every day. That's all you think about. Eat, sleep, and drink. You got to the point now where everything is falling apart. Your back is up against the wall, no matter what. And you got to understand in your growth of your story is that doesn't mean that's the end. That doesn't mean that's where you stop. You keep going, because eventually you're going to get to the point where you're at the top of that mountain and you got everything that you always ever wanted. And that's how that movie's supposed to go. But the moment you quit, that's it. And so for me, for my growth, I had my ups and I had my downs just like anybody else, but I haven't ever stopped my grinding. I never stopped dreaming of being what it is that I want to be. I got so many talents and skills and different assets I can get into. At the end of the day, I'm going to be on top of something. And when I get on top of whatever it is that I get on top to, I could coordinate that to be with the other thing I want to accomplish, with the other thing I want to accomplish, and shoot, I could have my hands in all different places. I could have 8 arms just like an octopus, and I'm still top notch. That's why we call it a monopoly.
Oh my God, man, we on the back streets, man. Alumni shit. I had to get my buzz in here, man. He dropping that shit. Are you proud of yourself as far as the music?
Oh hell yeah, I'm proud of myself. Shit, who ain't? If you ain't proud of yourself, man, I don't know what to tell you. You gonna have to go sit back down in that corner and refigure out, recalculate, collaborate on some shit to get yourself back into the gear that you need to be in. Shoot, I'm like Luffy right now. I'm on 5th gear.
Back street shit, man.
Almost any and everything. I got to that point where I could just look at people just enjoying themselves outside and just be like, oh man, I got a whole song idea or a whole idea of a video and things like that, and just go with that. That's where I'm at in life. And I was like, I don't know if that's just something that happens as you get older and stuff like that, but you find ways to find motivation, inspiration in any and everything that you do.
Man, you always done inspire young brothers and young sisters around the world. What would be your message to the young black men?
Man, no matter what, understand that as a man, an African American man at that, always keep working. Don't put yourself in a situation to where they can have something over you. Always put yourself in a situation where always stay 2 steps ahead, not 1 step, because that's the problem. Stay 2 steps ahead. That's how you win the game. As an African American male, that's how we win.
Hell, man, T-Ray Beats, man.
Hell motherfucking yeah.
Okay. Man.
Dude, he was the one recording Topless on the cool, so I was just like, when he heard that, he was like, boy, we got a gem right here. Man,
what it's like working with him?
Man, it's always good, man. It's a vibe, man. We on the point where it's like, shit, me and him, we family.
Yeah.
We family, shoot. Like, if I'm going to the studio, my wife will cook him a plate.
Yeah, man, good people too, man. Shout out to you, right, man. That's the homie, man. Anybody you want to send some last minute shout outs to, some love to?
Man, shout out to, man, I'm going to say it like this. Shout out to all the artists out there, man.
No, for real. Shout out to y'all.
Like, don't ever quit, don't ever stop, Man, y'all come and follow me on every platform at HTX _Z_. Again, that's HTX _Z_. And of course, you can find all my music the same way on Apple, Spotify, iTunes.